Big old box of books. Hello Bookworm family, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Danny. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell because I'm posting every single day this week for VLOG-O-WEEN and I want you guys to be a part of it. If you're not already following me on Instagram, please be sure to do that. It is at @the_dancing_bookworm. I post on there full book reviews and bookish content. Sorry if my angle is weird today, but it's literally 11:30 at night. 11:40 now? Oh my gosh, it's 11:40 now. I got home from work maybe an hour ago because that's the huge for me, but I had a book box that I want to unbox for you guys, and I still have not posted today's video because it's taking forever to export, so I'm doing that before I even let myself like shower and read and all that stuff, so getting that done today. So yeah, I ordered a book box. This is from the Book Bundler, and basically what they do is they just send you a bunch of like used books from old bookstores, libraries, etc., etc., in like a big bundle. You select what you want and they send it to you. So I actually had a coupon for buy one get one 50% off. It was either buy one get one 50% off or buy one get one free, and then on top of that I got something else. So I ended up getting 2 of the best-selling adult trade paperback books. That's what it says on here. Unfortunately, I thought I clicked young adult, so I now have 20 adult books. We'll see if I'm interested in any of them. I usually read mostly YA, but there have been some adult books that I've read this year that I've enjoyed, so it's not hopeless, but I thought I clicked YA and I accidentally clicked adult. Whoops! But the other 10 are middle grade, so I'm going to just open these up for you guys. I'm not going to read what every single one's about. If I know what it's about, I'll tell you guys. Or if I have like a gist of what it's about, I'll tell you guys, but it would take forever for me to tell you what 30 book synopsises are in one video, and it's already 11:30, so, or 11:40. So I'm just going to dive in. So the first bag I have here is 10 of the adult ones. So I'm going to pop this open and see what's inside. So, see, it's hard for me with these because I don't really read adult books, so I don't really know like who's a good adult author and who's not. But this one is Talk Before Sleep by Elizabeth Berg. Let me see if I can get an idea of if it's like a mystery or a romance. This one sounds like a romance, or maybe a best friend situation. This sounds like more of a best friend situation. So, yeah, I'm gonna actually read through all the backs of them later, but here's one of them. So I've actually ordered books from the same place before, so I kind of wanted to see if any of them were the same, but last time I ordered YA, so they're probably not the same, but we'll see. So this one is Then She Was Gone. This one I can tell is a mystery. This is also by Lisa Jewell, which I believe I've heard of before. Yeah, this is the author of Watching You. I've heard of that before. So this one is basically about a daughter who goes missing. So that's this one. So then I have Lisa Scottoline, Most Wanted. I've never heard of this author before, but this sounds like another mystery. Yeah, it says donor 3319, profile, tall, blonde, blue eyes, medical student wanted for murder. So there's that one. Sorry, this isn't like the most interesting video because I'm not really telling you what they're about, but again, it would be a really long video if I did. This one is Hotel on Corner of Bitter and Sweet. This one sounds like a romance. This takes place in 1987, it says. And yes, it is a romance of sorts, but it also has historical elements in it. It talks about World War II, 1940s, all that stuff. So maybe it takes place in 1986, but it's got flashbacks to 1940s and stuff as well. I'm not... So this one, I don't know if I should hold up because I don't know if I'm going to be censored from it or not. But this one is called Mating by Norman Rush. I'm just going to put my hand right there so you can't see what I'm seeing. But this is called Mating by Norman Rush. I have no idea what this is about. It's an expressive novel of intellect and grand passion. I will probably not be keeping this book. Yeah. Let's just leave it at that. Alright, this one is called One Day in December. Oh, this is good because I need to read a book that takes place in December. Cool, and I didn't have one, but I need to read that for my December reads. This is by Josie Silver, and I can tell just from the cover that it is a romance, and yes, they are fated to find each other. So yes, this is a romance. I'm a sucker for a romance, though. Like, it's bad because I don't usually like romantic things, but I am a sucker for a romance. So then we have Girl with the Pearl Earring. I have heard of this before. I have never read it. This is by Tracy Chevalier. This is about the painting, The Girl with the Pearl Earring, but it says history and fiction merge seamlessly into this luminous novel about an artistic vision and a sensual awakening. So I've heard of this. I think they turned it into a movie as well, but I've never really had any interest in reading it. But now that I own it, it actually is pretty short, so I might read it if I need it for like a classic or something. Alright, then we have, oh geez, another romance. This one is On Dublin Street. Samantha Young. Again, another romance. This one doesn't seem like the kind that I would like. See, I like cute, corny, goofy, stupid romances, not this. As a gay woman, I'm not interested in this. So, you know, whatever. So then I have A Million Little Pieces by James Frey, and this is from Oprah's Book Club. This is a real life story. So it says, at age 23, James Frey woke up on a plane to find his 4 front teeth knocked out, his nose broken, and a hole through his cheek. Oh, this sounds really good. He had no idea where the plane was headed or any recollection. An alcoholic for 10 years and a crack addict for 3, he checked into treatment facilities shortly after landing. There he was told he could either stop using or die before he reached 24. This is Frey's acclaimed account of his 6 weeks of rehab. Okay, that sounds really good. See, this is what I'm talking about. These are the kind of books I like. Yeah, oh, wow, that is really tiny print. Look how tiny that print is. See, this is why I don't read adult books. I don't have the best eyes, so I'm like reading books like this. But this does sound really good. But see, it's such tiny print, and then it makes me think it's a short book, but this book would probably take me like the equivalent of like a 900-page book. I'm just gonna script it. That's what happens when I get to books like this. So then the last one in this stack is Water for Elephants by Sarah Gruen. I know that I've heard of this because it's a movie. I don't know what it's about, but I know that in the movie Robert Pattinson was in it, so I know that. But I've never really had an interest in like watching the movie, but maybe if I find out what it's about, I will want to read it or watch the movie or one or the other. So, yeah, those weren't, like, super exciting. The James Frey one sounds really good. That was probably my favorite of this stack, the A Million Little Pieces. That one sounds really good. And then there were some that I've heard of, like Girl with the Pearl Earring, Water for Elephants. Probably my biggest flop would be, probably On Dublin Street or, you know, Mating. Those aren't really my thing. So I'm going to open up the next bag of adult books because the middle grades are just kind of shoved in here, which I'm not thrilled about, but alright, let's see what's in these ones. Oh, he's a puppy. Oh, he's a puppy. Dog Days by John Katz. Looks like it's about living the dreams of leaving the city for the country, and border collies and sheeps and chickens and cats and rams and a sociable steer. That sounds cute. I would read this. I love a good book with a puppy in it. I am a sucker for a puppy. Really, it's a problem. Alright, the next one is The Girl in the Spider's Web by David Lagerkrantz. I can't say his name. Okay, so this is Elizabeth novel, and this is one of the books of the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series. I have wanted to read this series because I wanted to read it, honestly, after my dad passed away, because him and I went to see the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo movie, and he talked about it forever afterwards. He was like, that was one of the best mysteries I've ever seen, one of the best like dark films I've ever seen. So good. So I've wanted to read this series, but I've never had the opportunity. But this is one of the books of it. I don't know what order this falls in. This one is really bent though. I'm not a fan of that. So yeah, I mean, with this box, like, you're getting beater books, like specifically beater books. So, but this isn't a beater box. That's the thing. You can pick to get a beater box where the books are more beaten up. But this is, and like it's a little bit cheaper, but these are not supposed to be beaten up. This one actually would be in good condition if it wasn't shoved in at such a twisted angle, if you guys can see that. So I can probably lay a heavier book on this and get it back to its original shape, but yeah, that does kind of stink. But I do know Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is a really, really good movie. I've never read any of the books, but I really wanted to for a long time, so I am hoping to do that within the next year, so it's good to have this one on my shelf because it will inspire me to buy the rest. So then we have The Gift of an Ordinary Day, a Mother's Memoir by Katrina Kennison, author of Mitten Strings for God. This seems religious. Yeah. It just kind of seems like a mom's story. Kind of religious. Kind of meh. Not a mom, so I don't really care. Yeah. But, like, even the cover is just kind of off-putting. It just seems kind of, like, Karen-y to me. I don't know. So then we have The Girls in the Garden by Lisa Jewell. Okay, so we have another Lisa Jewell novel, and I believe that this is another mystery. But yeah, this says, imagine you live in the picturesque communal garden, an oasis in urban London, where your children run free in and out of other people's houses. Your neighbors have been living here for generations. Your children are safe. But are they really? Dun, dun, dun. This actually sounds good. It's got a schizophrenic character in it, it says. It's got a 13-year-old girl lying unconscious and bloody in a hidden corner of the garden. Dark secrets, devastating mysteries. This sounds pretty good. I might read this one. This one sounds good. Yeah. This might be in there soon. I might need to read that one. Oh, Lord. I'm going to give this to my grandmother. It's a Nora Roberts book. It's called The Liar. I don't know why when I see Nora Roberts, I just think of my grandmother. I think she's read the, like, Nora Roberts books before or something, but I just know I have no interest in them. They seem very old. But this says, Shelby Foxworth lost her husband and then she lost her illusions. Yeah, I have no interest in Nora Roberts books. This is probably going to go into the unhaul pile right away because I don't know, I just feel like it's stuff that my, like, grandma read and I can't. This is called Enslaved by Ducks. I'm interested just by the cover because it's a duck. I don't know why that's so funny. Probably because it's like almost midnight. But it's a duck. I love this. By Bob Tart. And this says, one man went from head of the household to bottom of the pecking order. So, you know, always a good riches to rags kind of story. Tells you how to build yourself back up after hitting rock bottom. I like that. All right, then we have... What? Burn! Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, I'm not even kidding. I looked at this and I thought it said bruh. It's like, bruh. Bruh. This is the 5th in a series, so it doesn't really do me any good. This was by Helen Hart. Why does it say? Oh, because Jonah is the name of the character. That's why I saw Jonah. Alright, but this is by Helen Hart. It says, Jonah Steele is knee-deep into trying to solve the mystery surrounding his family. So I won't read more than that in case you're, like, in the middle of the series or something, because this is the 5th one. But yeah, you can see all the other ones on there, too. But yeah, it is not called bruh. It is called burn. Burn. Again, I can't do anything with a book that's 5th in the series because that doesn't make me want to start a series. So then we have, oh my gosh, why does it do this? Then we have Vanessa and Her Sister, and again, this is super bad. I promise, the last time I got these books, this was not like this, but also, look at this box. This is how it was delivered to me. So whoever was shipping this box and handling it was not aware that I like my books in one piece, apparently. But this takes place in 1905, with siblings Vanessa, Virginia, Toby, and Adrian bring a sparkling, some word I don't know, of artists. Again, why I don't read adult books, because there's fancy words in them that sometimes I'm just like, why can't we just say, like, blue? Why do we have to say the opaque ambiance of Shirley? You know, like, just say blue. Like, short, sweet, and to the point. I am that kind of person. So, yes, this is something. This is by Priya Parmar. Alright, and then we have Oxford Murders by Guillermo Martinez. I feel like I've heard these before. This is about an Argentine graduate student who finds his landlady murdered in the parlor of their quiet Oxford home. This one's actually pretty short, and I do like a mystery, so like, this is only 197 pages. I could fly through this puppy, and I probably will, because sometimes I just need a mystery, and I don't want it to be 100,000 pages long, so 197 pages, not bad for a nice little mystery, so I will probably hang on to that one for when mystery comes up and I got nothing else. And then the final one in here is one that I have heard of. It is Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. I believe this is about a woman who goes on a soul-searching journey where she learns to eat, pray, and love. Yeah, again, not really my thing, but like, you know, like soul-searching's cool, but I probably won't. It says, one woman's search for everything across Italy, India, and Indonesia. Now, the cool part to me is the traveling of countries, so it makes me want to read it because I want to travel. But again, I don't know how interested I am in it, so... Alright, so that brings us into the middle grade, which are just kind of thrown into the box, which I'm not a huge fan of, but like, whatever. So the first one we have is The Face on the Milk Carton by Carolyn B. Cooney. I have never read this, but it is about a missing girl who discovers, I think she finds her face on the milk carton. As Jeannie glanced at the face of the ordinary little girl, she realizes it's her, right? She recognized the little girl. It's herself. Yeah. This sounds really, really good. I've wanted to read this, actually, for a while, and I've just never actually picked it up. So this might end up on one of my lists soon. Probably not, like, November, because I already have a ton of books for November, but this one does sound pretty good. Alright, the next one is starring Sally J. Friedman as herself by Judy Blume. So again, this is like another book. Okay, so this one takes place in 1947, but I believe Judy Blume wrote this in the 70s. Let me see. 60s or 70s, I bet. This is... Where's my copyright? Come on, man. Come on. Where's the copyright? This is copyright 1977. So again, a lot of Judy Blume's books. Last year I read Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, and I wanted to like it a lot, but again, it's just so outdated. No one does half the stuff that they do in that book anymore. So when I look at this, I get very hesitant because again, it's outdated, and this talks about the 1947s, so maybe, but this is, they're a close, loving Jewish family. I'm assuming if it's 1947, there's some problems with World War II, stuff like that. I don't really know, but yeah, probably not one that I'm really interested in. So then we have October Moon by Michael Scott. Oh dear Lord. This is Rachel Stone thought spending her vacation in the Irish countryside would be wonderful. But that was before Rachel Scott knew that the house was cursed. What is the copyright on this? Like, for real. Like, when I order middle grade books, I don't want books from forever ago. This is 1992. Okay, actually, I should probably read this year because one of my last challenges on my yearly challenge prompts is to read a book published the year I was born. I was born in 1992. So, but again, when I'm ordering middle grade books, I don't want books from the 70s and the 90s. Like, I want books from like today to read. But yeah, I might actually read this because I do need a book. I need a book like this. So, alright, so then we have Sideways Stories from Wayside School by Louis Sachar. I already have this one, but it's about a middle school that goes wayside. Just everything's weird, everything's off kilter. It's supposed to be really cute. I haven't actually read it yet, but I do already own this one, so this one will be unhauled or gifted to somebody else. Then we have The Downsiders by Neal Shusterman. I have never actually read this, but I do love Neal Shusterman. But this says, Talon lives on the downside that is underneath New York City. There is a strict code of secrecy among the downsiders. However, when Talon is accidentally meets a young woman named Lindsay, who is a topsider, the two worlds inevitably collide. So I am actually very interested in this because I do love Neal Shusterman's writing. Very, very good. So I will probably read this because I have wanted to read it. I've just never actually gotten my hands on it. So that's a pretty good one. So then we have Children of the River. This is about, or this is by Linda Crew, and this is about, let's see, is that an Indigenous book? Because that'd be cool. I'd like to read that this month if possible. Cambodia. I'm not getting much from the back of this. It doesn't really tell me what it's about. But again, this book was published in 1989. Like, this is not the middle grade I was planning on. I don't really have much about this book for you. It doesn't tell me much on the back, so I will look it up. That is Children of the River. So, alright. Then we have Wayside School is Falling Down. So this is another one by Louis Sachar in the Wayside School series. I don't have this one, I don't think, because I have Wayside School and more Strange Tales from Wayside School. So I don't have this one, so this will be good to add to my collection. We have two more left. So this one is Dibs in Search of Self by Virginia M. Axeline. And this says, he will not talk, he will not play, he has locked himself in a very special prison, he is alone. This is the story of how he learned to reach out. So that's kind of cool. As an aunt of somebody who has special needs, I understand, you know, kind of that rough life of having to keep it all inside, but this was written in 1964. So again, it'll be interesting to see how it connects to today, because like I'm interested in like kids overcoming special needs in today's day and age when it's not like frowned upon anymore to have special needs. Like, I mean, there are still people out there who are jerks, but like most people are pretty accepting. So I feel like the 60s was not an accepting time for that. So, oh wait, there are two more. Okay. This one is No Way Out by Peggy Kern. This is part of the Bluford series. Okay, I've never heard of that before. Is there like a number on this? There's not like a number, so it is part of a series. But this says Bluford High freshman Harold Davis is trapped, medical bills piling up for a sick grandma, and social worker has threatened to put him in a foster home. So kind of a sad sounding middle grade. A choice leads him into a world of dangerous streets where no one is safe. So that's kind of, I like books like this. They're like honest, they're sad, and this one's pretty short, so it wouldn't be hard to read, and the print is pretty big. So I like honest, like real world middle grade sometimes. This was written in 2009, so a little bit closer to it. But again, the Bluford series, look how many books are in there. That's how far down this one is. Like, I don't know if I want to read this because it's so far down in the series. But again, I do like books like this because they are real life, and I feel like there's not a lot of real life books out there for kids in that age group. Like mostly things like fiction get pushed on, or fantasy get pushed on them, so that's nice. And then the last one is Dark Horse by Jean Slaughter Doty, and it says, has Abby found the horse of her dreams? So this is just your cute little horse book. Again, I can't believe how old these books are. I feel like the last time I got a bundle from them, so it was 1983. I feel like last time I got a bundle from this specific place, the Book Bundlers, I feel like I got some like decently modern books. Like I got like Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, I got a Sarah Dessen. Like they weren't like super modern, but they were like more modern. Like and I feel like these are really outdated, and the adult ones are just like all over the place. Like there's no like set like, okay, she wants fiction. Like there's like romance and mystery and all that stuff. So like but there's no fantasy or sci-fi in there in the adult books. Like that's what I would have liked. So that's kind of weird to me that it's doesn't have any fantasy or sci-fi, but it has like everything else. So I guess it's just kind of like whatever they had on their shelves. Overall, I don't really think it was worth it. Because I did pay $50 for this, even with the discount. This was $50, which you get $30 for $50. It's not horrible, but a lot of them aren't in great condition. A lot of them came smushed. A lot of them I won't read. So it's a little bit of a bummer. I think probably the one that I'm most excited for in the series, or out of the books that I got, is The Downsiders by Neil Shusterman, because I think I could really get into that one. And probably the one I'm least excited for, I don't know, there's a lot that I'm just not really feeling, but I guess out of the middle grade, the one that I like the least is probably starring Sally J. Friedman as herself, just because it seems really outdated, and I feel like if kids these days read books from then and didn't understand copyright and like publishing dates and stuff like that, it could be really confusing as to how to grow up, kind of thing. In like our modern times, because things aren't as cut and dry anymore. Like, not that it was cut and dry back then, they just did better at covering up the cut and dry that they putting what they wanted to. You know what? It is 12:04, and I have not posted my video yet, so I have to do that because now I'll be posting 2 videos today instead of 1 video. Oh my gosh, I'm so behind, man. So I gotta post these videos. I gotta wrap this up here. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, even though the books weren't great and I didn't really tell you much about them, but you guys can kind of see what a bundle from Book Bundler looks like, and I will link them down below if you guys are interested in getting your own bundle of books from them. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!
Wasn't that a great video? Clearly books make me very happy. Now you can make me happy too. Click the subscribe button to follow my channel. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you think I did good. And the notification bell will let you know when I post new content. Also, follow my Instagram for more book shenanigans.